All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Denver Broncos, folks. This team has won 6 out of their last 7 football games. They started 1-5. They gave up 70 points to the Miami Dolphins, and everybody was freaking out. Everybody was freaking out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, they're cooked. They're washed. They're overrated. They always were. They always will be. And what do we have now? Well, the Denver Broncos are sitting here at 7-6. I will say this, especially if you're a Broncos fan, don't look at the remaining schedule. I'll just tell you, it's the Detroit Lions, the New England Patriots, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Las Vegas Raiders, because you will start salivating on the spot. The Denver Broncos, guys, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be sexy. I'm curious what the national football media narrative is going to be tomorrow, because Justin Herbert got injured this afternoon. But while he played, and 17 pass attempts is what he had, he went 9-17 for only 96 yards, 0 touchdowns, and an interception. The Denver Broncos offense, the Denver Broncos defense was doing stuff we've seen in the last 2 months. And folks, they're sitting here at 7-6 with probably the easiest 4-game remaining schedule in the National Football League. And we said this on the channel. Not to row my own boat here, but we said this on the channel, guys. It was going to start slow. It was going to start sloppy. Nathaniel Hackett shafted you. Let's keep it a buck here. Every Broncos fan's thinking it. Every NFL fan's thinking it. Nathaniel Hackett shafted your franchise. Sean Payton has gotten Russell Wilson back on track. He's got this defense young, cheap, athletic, making moves, making plays, forcing turnovers. Yeah, I'm bullish on the Broncos, not only for the rest of this season, but for their future just in general. I get it. Russell Wilson's got a fatty contract coming in here. But guys, you are in a good spot to be. So tonight, well, obviously, we're talking about the Denver Broncos. But before we do, if you enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Broncos fans, we're so back. We're so back, man. That 5-point loss to the Houston Texans last week, we'll forget about it. Offenses have bad weeks. Teams have bad weeks. And their defense, this Denver Broncos defense, man, they're legit. They're legit. All right. So before we get any further into tonight's video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content, along with a couple of Broncos videos every single week. Broncos fans, let's try and get this video to 250 likes. It would mean the world to me. You guys are like literally awesome. Everybody likes to just look at that 70-point, points given up to the Miami Dolphins. Everybody likes to look at the first half or the first quarter of the season. What was underestimated, and Sean Payton made this known in the offseason, was how bad Nathaniel Hackett actually got this team last year. Folks, coaching matters. And if you ask any Denver Broncos fan, if you're a Denver Broncos fan watching this video right now, you know full well what I'm talking about. If you've played sports at any point in your entire life, it doesn't matter what form or level of competency or whatever the word I'm looking for is, it doesn't matter. Because coaching matters, and you need coaching. You need good coaching. And that's exactly what the Denver Broncos have right now. So this afternoon, Russell Wilson, 21-33, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Guys, I get it. The Broncos aren't the most high-powered offense in the league, but we're going to continue to reiterate this statement. Next year is the Denver Broncos year, because first and foremost, the most important thing, and to be quite frank with you, the only important thing for the Denver Broncos heading into this season was we need to do a couple of things. We need to get Russell Wilson back on track so that he either has some type of trade value, so we're not shafted for the next couple of years, or so we can continue to build with him for the next couple of years. And when I look at the Denver Broncos, specifically their offense, I'd love a tight end. I'd love a wide receiver. And by the way, I'm fully aware that there is talent at tight end and there is talent at wide receiver, but why not get better? Right? Why not get better? All right. So the run game today, 31 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Javonte Williams back in action, back in the touchdown realm for the first time since 2021, which is just an insane statistic. But he had 17 total carries for 66 yards and that touchdown. Jaleel McLaughlin, back pocket. The dude's literally you guys can't see my face right now. The dude's in my back pocket right now. 5 carries, 25 yards. Receiving game wasn't anything crazy. Cortland Sutton continues to just be Russell Wilson's best friend. 3 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown. This guy actually catches everything that you throw in his vicinity. But finally, we saw a little bit more of Samaje Perine. We saw a little bit of Samaje in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And then during last week's loss to the Houston Texans, he kind of was just not involved in the offense, if we're keeping it a buck. 5 catches, 36 yards. Outside of that, man, you had 8 other players catch at least 1 ball. So that ball's getting moving. No selfishness, plenty of weapons, nothing too crazy. I'm still waiting for Jerry Jeudy. Guys, I'm still waiting. I know Broncos fans are as well. 2 catches, 16 yards. He saw 6 total targets. But Adam Troutman, 2 catches, 19 yards, and that touchdown was absolutely huge. You saw Jonathan Cooper get his first career interception this afternoon. I don't want to hear anything about Justin Herbert getting injured because he threw the ball 17 times, which to me is a plenty amount. And at the end of the day, the Broncos still did what they needed to do. Whether Justin Herbert was on the football field or whether he was not on the football field, that's something they cannot control. And they got the important victory. This was a huge victory because, guys, especially with the Detroit Lions loss to the Chicago Bears this weekend, I would not be surprised to just keep it a buck with you. First off, my prediction for Denver is 10-7. I would not be surprised if they won 4 straight football games. And we're not talking Super Bowl here because, like I said, the most important thing this year was getting Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos back on track. And that's exactly what Sean Payton has done. But guys, an 11-6 Broncos, a 10-7 Broncos, hell, even a 9-8 Broncos, after the way they started the season, 1-5, they've won 6 out of their last 7 football games. This is not the team you want to play in the playoffs. And I don't care how competitive the AFC is, because I'm looking at this Broncos final 4-game slate, and I'm thinking to myself, let's go. They got to the QB, whether it was Herbert, whether it was the backup this afternoon. The Denver Broncos defense, 6 total sacks, 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles. They did a phenomenal job no matter who was quarterback. But here's a big statistic. All right, first off, here's 2 big statistics. They held the Los Angeles Chargers this afternoon 0-12 on 3rd down. All right, that's huge. That's money. You will actually win a couple of playoffs games if you can continue to do that. Last week against the Houston Texans, this team was desperate from 3rd down. This week, 8-17 on 3rd down conversions. Huge statistic. Sean Payton's licking his freaking chops right now, all right? So that's Broncos hype video for the night. We'll talk about this team in the next day or 2, so stay tuned. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content, along with a couple of Broncos videos every single week. But most importantly, Broncos fans, NFL fans, let me know what you guys are thinking about this team down below.